Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, this entire makeup look, is going to be fall inspired. It's going to be a get ready with me video, so make sure that you grab your makeup, a beverage, whatever you need to just sit back and relax and have some makeup therapy time. In case you are new here, my name is Sam Young and all of the makeup content that I make on YouTube uses only cruelty-free and vegan makeup. If that's something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below because I will keep you informed on all of the best cruelty-free and vegan makeup on the market right now. Without further ado, let's hop into the video. Oh, that's a good batch. Do you ever just make like coffee or tea or chai, in my case at home, and just think like, oh, when you taste it, like that is a good batch of chai. I know what I did differently this time, but like I need to do that more often. I'm gonna start doing get ready with me videos a little more often, I think, on the channel. The few that I have done, you guys have responded really well to. I'm almost afraid to like promise this because I don't want to get your guys' hopes up, but I have thought about like trying to choose one day a week because these are such easy videos to film. There's less research that goes into them. It's just playing with makeup. It's literally just turning on a camera and doing what I normally would. I guess there's a little more like talking and presentation to it, but it would be a lot easier for me to film one video like this a week and just pick a day that I always upload like a get ready with me video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm already just priming my eyes. I think I'm gonna start with eyes today because I kind of want to base the whole look off of eyes. I want to do something, I don't know, not basic. It probably is going to end up looking basic because that is just my tendency when I do eyeshadow, but I do want to do something a little bit interesting and intriguing, like a fall, maybe glam look. I don't know where we're gonna go today. So we're gonna look through my eyeshadow palettes here and figure out what is calling to me for like a fall look. I just washed my hair too before this video, so if it's looking like it's just kind of air dried and I did nothing to it, that's because it's air dried and I've done nothing to it. Okay, I'm liking the Ilia Warm Nudes palette. I have always loved this. This may be my favorite actual like formula for eyeshadow that I own. I feel like there are really only one or two looks that I can get from this. So I'll put that aside because I'm thinking about that. Ooh, the Pacifica Hemp Infused. It could totally be a fall palette, especially if I wanted to play with like a green hue or two. The only thing is, and I've mentioned this on my channel before, if I want to do like detailing or anything like that, this is not the palette for it because it doesn't work well with brushes. It really only works when I use my fingers with it. So I actually think I'm gonna pass on this one. Ooh, Aether, Joshua Tree, maybe. Okay guys, I'm down to two final picks. I nixed the Ilia and I'm between the Aether Joshua Tree. This is the color story for that one, just so you kind of get an idea. I do think I could tie some of the like greens and purples and browns together to make like a very fall look. Or I could do my Juvia's Place Nubian Coral 3 palette. And this is just like a total autumn pumpkin kind of vibe. Also, the shimmers in this palette are insane. And the Joshua Tree is all matte. You know, I really want some shimmer today, so I think I'm gonna go with the Nubian Coral 3 palette. All right, hair is back, and I think what we're gonna do for this video is just fast forward you through the eyeshadow application because I figure in a get ready with me video, you guys wanna see the like aesthetically pleasing makeup application happen while just doing your makeup. I assume that you guys don't want to hear every single step, so please enjoy the sped through version of the eyeshadow application, likely followed with music that I find in post that I think goes with a fall ambient vibe. Okay, I think this is gonna look really good with mascara on. I'm not gonna put mascara on yet though, because I do want to do like the base with powder and stuff so it doesn't get in my lashes and then do it. But I did wipe the fallout away from underneath my eyes and now I'm going to do some priming. This is the Mineral Fusion Color Correcting Primer, if it'll come out. Wow, the pump is not working and I feel like that is just what's happening with all of my cosmetic pumps right now. I don't know why that is. This is not the most hygienic thing, but I'm just gonna take this out and wipe it across the face. As I was saying, this is the Mineral Fusion Color Correcting Primer, and I've been super red lately. I do have rosacea, and the thing is, every time that I've used this on my channel before or talked about it, I haven't had like big inflamed rosacea or anything, so I haven't always been able to show you guys, but I do feel like I have some stuff, especially over here, like peeking through. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread this into the skin. I gave the primer a second to set in. Can you notice a difference in like the redness? Because I actually think that this primer does really well with that. It's like calming and soothing for my skin, as well as just balancing it out because of like the green color. So I'm gonna go in with the Xoxo foundation today, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of this, maybe a little more, on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in with a sponge. The more I use this, the more I notice the citrusy scent behind it. I don't know if any of you guys like sprung for this since it's come out. I do think it's a really great product. I'm gonna have to do so much editing in this video because I keep like ducking out of view and grabbing stuff. I'm going in with just like half a pump more. If you're curious to hear my like full thoughts on this foundation though, I do have a review that I'll put up in the cards here somewhere. I pulled out 2 different concealers for this look. I'm not doing any color correcting, but I did kind of want to use the concealer in this Mineral Fusion like color correcting duo. This is the color correcting shade, this is the concealer. But the other thing I pulled out is this Well People Bio Correct concealer. I have a little sample size of it, and I tried it once or twice when I first got it, and I just did not love it. But it's been a while since I've used it, so I actually think I'm gonna use it today. I'm just gonna get some on the back of my hand here, and then I'm gonna go in with this Real Techniques Flawless Face Brush, I think is what it's called, Expert Face Brush. Tapping it into the skin, and I'm really gonna take my time with it to give it like its best shot. I will say that the coverage is going a long way. I did not get that much out of the tube, and I feel like it's spreading all over the face, which is a good thing. It also is looking like a little bit cakey on the skin though. I'll probably go in with a sponge after this. Let me use a sponge on the other side and then kind of like correct this side with a sponge and see if I can't get it looking nicer. Okay, so we are looking nice and dewy, and we are going to stick with that. I'm gonna go in next with this Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow Bronzer that I got recently. I just reviewed this in my Bare Minerals like full face brand review. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and if I remember correctly, I actually enjoyed using a brush with this. But you know what? I haven't used it on top of a liquid foundation yet, so let me go ahead and try getting some of this on the sponge and using it that way first. Okay, I am loving that glow that I'm getting from that. This bronzer does have a little bit of shimmer in it, in case you're wondering, and the highlighter we're about to use is also from the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow line, and it has some glow to it too, as the name suggests. Today, the sponge is really working for me though. So I think I'm gonna stick with the sponge for this highlight too, although I don't think I mixed it up well enough. I'm gonna have to mix it on the back of my hand a little bit. It just looked like it had separated a bit. I'm gonna dab this, I guess, with my finger on the places that I wanna highlight, and then I'm gonna blend it in with a clean side of this damp sponge. Okay, I'm really loving how that highlight is looking. Ooh. So for blush today, I pulled out something that I haven't really used in a while. This is the Dewy Blush Elixir from Physicians Formula, their organic wear line. I do want to get a little bit on the back of my hand just to remember what this shade looks like, to see if it doesn't fit with this look. Okay, maybe I need a little more than that. I do think I can make that work. I'm just gonna pick that up off the back of my hand a little bit and slowly go in. I don't use Physicians Formula products on my channel very much anymore because their cruelty-free standing is up in the air, and I just don't want to lead you guys, since I do use like cruelty-free and vegan products, I don't want to lead you guys to believe that they are necessarily cruelty-free. I do think that that's kind of up to you right now. I could do a whole video about their cruelty-free standing and all the information behind it and why it's kind of controversial. I already owned these products. I'm not sure I would repurchase them, but since I do own them, of course, I'm still gonna use them until I use them up. Let me know what you think. One thing I do like about this product though is that it is more of a wash of color. It's not super opaque, and I don't have a lot of blushes like that. I can apply a blush lightly, but as far as like liquid blushes go, I don't have a whole lot that just kind of give a nice, healthy, glossy glow to the cheeks. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit before setting it, but I will say that I'm happy with that overall do. that's going on. It's a really nice, fresh, glossy look. I'm really excited because I get to use the sponge that I just picked up the other day. I actually didn't plan on buying a new sponge, but if you watched my last 2 videos, I think it was in both of them. I didn't realize it was in both until I posted them, and I was like, wow, it did happen in 2 separate videos. My cat destroyed some of my sponges recently, and some off camera too. I don't know how he's been getting to them. I've been trying to put them out of the way, but I think I actually have to put them like in a container or something, because no matter where they are, he will make his way to them. Anyway, because of that, I bought a few new sponges the other day, and this one I've been really excited to try. I just pulled it out of the package for this video and got it like moist, but this is supposed to be a powder sponge from Real Techniques. So it's supposed to do really well with like really any kind of powder product, like powder foundations or whatever, but I'm just gonna use it for my like setting powder today. This is the Honest Beauty setting powder. Frankly, I use my Real Techniques sponges with powder anyway, like the standard original orange one, so I don't know how this is any different. It definitely feels different. It's got like peach fuzz all over the top of it. I don't know if that's meant to like break up the powder or what. Okay, no joke, I feel like that actually did something very different than the normal Real Techniques sponge does. It still has like left a nice sheen, but exactly in the areas that I've pressed down with powder, it like melted into the skin really quickly. It feels great too. Huh. I'm also going to be using the Bare Minerals Love Every Lash mascara today that I used recently in that same Bare Minerals video that I have linked in the cards. I have been trying to get used to this because I really love, I'm like a freak when it comes to mascara, because I am all about dry mascaras. Like the drier the better, as long as they're not flaky, like as long as they're good quality. But I hate a wet mascara. If it's super wet or it takes a hot minute to dry down, I will get it all over myself, and usually that means for me that it's not gonna last as well throughout the day. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I've come to that conclusion, but I love dry mascaras, and this is one of them. But this is one of the driest formulas I've ever used, and so I've been having to learn how exactly to get the most out of it. Okay guys, I am loving how the eyes look right now and the entire face. I think we're looking very fresh and nice, but the lipstick is gonna be something that is really gonna tie this look together, and I don't know if I wanna go with like a matte lip, which is very fall for me, like a nice matte. Let me come back with some options. Okay, so I've concluded that a matte lip is definitely what I'm in the mood for today, and I have 3 that look almost identical, but let me kind of show you what I'm thinking. So there's this Thrive one, which I would say is like the browniest of the 3. I really like how this one looks just on my skin tone. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a pretty darn dry formula. It doesn't feel super comfortable. These 2 feel a little bit more comfortable on the lips. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Blushing Rose. The thing I always have to note about this one is that it dries down darker than it looks in here, which actually I think might be perfect for today's look. And then there is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip, which I also think could absolutely work. It has a bit of an orangey hue to it that kind of matches with the eyes today. I think I'm gonna veto the Thrive just for this look, even though I do love it. I understand that this really should not be a very hard choice because they're basically the exact same hue. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. today. So this again is the liquid lipstick in the shade Blushing Rose. All right guys, so that liquid lip from e.l.f. is on. I think it does dry down a little bit darker than you would imagine it would be, just like seeing this color, but I also am not very familiar with liquid lipsticks, so maybe I'm just crazy. Okay guys, so this is the full fall look. I'm loving what we came up with today. I'm feeling like it matches with the nails, with the red sweatshirt. We've just got some very cozy vibes going on, and I'm all about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this fall get ready with me look. I know it's not quite fall yet, but thank you for pretending with me that it is. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.